Hello guys, welcome to the second part of the topic agrometeorology. Today we are going to learn about atmosphere. We will just go through the basics of atmosphere today, and in the next part we will be doing the layers of atmosphere. Those who have not watched the first part of the series, please watch it before continuing the video for better understanding. The link would be appearing in the corner of the screen in the iCard, and a link is also attached in the description. So without wasting time, let's start our topic, and remember to keep a copy and a pen to jot down the points as we proceed. So let's start our topic. First, let's see what is the shape of the earth. Okay, the shape of the earth is a geode shape. Now, what does the word geode means? Okay, geode actually means earth shape or earth like. Actually, earth is the only example of this shape. There is no other thing existing in this universe like this. Okay, now what is this geode shape exactly? Okay, the geode shape is we all know that the earth is spheroid. Okay, so in the geode shape, the it is a little flattened over the poles. Okay, and it is a little bulged out at the equators. Means the earth is flattened at the north pole and at the south pole, and it is a little bulged out, means it is a little bit fat. So over here at the equators. Okay, we all know what is equator. Equator is the imaginary line which divides the earth into two. Now earth has got three spheres: hydrosphere, atmosphere, and lithosphere. Hydrosphere includes all the water bodies. Okay, the seas, the oceans, the lakes, rivers, everything, even the groundwater, everything's included in the hydrosphere. The atmosphere contains the air that we breathe in, the air that is surrounding the earth's surface. It is included in the atmosphere. And the lithosphere is the land surface that we are walking on. The rocks, the molten lavas, all included in the lithosphere. And except these three, there's one more sphere called the biosphere. It is a sphere in which all the living beings and the non-living beings coexist together with their energy sources. Okay, energy sources means like the sun. Sun is the main energy source of this world. So in this biosphere, we can include all the other spheres also. Lithosphere, atmosphere, hydrosphere, all together forms the biosphere, including the living beings. Now, what is the definition of atmosphere? Okay, atmosphere is the colorless, odorless, and tasteless physical mixture of gases which surrounds the earth on all sides. Now, let's look deeply in the meaning of these words: colorless, odorless, tasteless. Colorless means that we cannot see any color of that air. When you look around, there is always air around here, yourself. Okay, the air is a part of the atmosphere, but we cannot see the air because it is colorless. We can just feel it. It is odorless because we cannot sense it, we cannot smell it. And it is tasteless because we cannot feel the taste of the atmosphere. And physical mixture of gases means that it is bonded physically, not chemically. Okay, it is bonded physically to form a mixture of gases, and it is surrounds the earth from all the sides of from all the sides, and none of the sides is there is empty. Okay, there is no void in the atmosphere. And the atmosphere is mobile, compressible, and expandable. Mobile means that it can move from one place to another. We can see the cloud moving from one place to another. Okay, actually it is the earth moving, but a portion of the atmosphere also moves. Okay, like wind is moving, so that cloud is also moving. Okay, so we can say that it is mobile. And compressible expandable is that, suppose I keep a jar over here, okay, and put a pressure over here also, and over here also, and this jar is filled with atmosphere, and I apply pressure from both directions, we will observe that the atmosphere gets compressed. Okay, and similarly, when we apply pressure in the opposite directions, we will see that the atmosphere expands. Now the fact boy wants to tell us something. Today he is telling that about the coordinates of India. The coordinates of India are 8 degree 4 minutes north to 37 degrees 6 minutes north latitude, and 68 degree 7 minute east, and 97 degree 25 minute east longitude. Just remember this because it is very important to know the location of India. And for beginners who don't know what is latitude and longitude, latitudes are the parallel lines that run in the north and south direction of the equator, and the longitudes are the lines, imaginary lines, that run alongside the prime meridian and the join at the north pole and the south pole. Okay, and India is ranked in the seventh position in terms of its land area. Okay, the land area which it covers. Okay, the land area which it covers, it is the seventh in the ranking in the total space covered. Okay, now we will see what is heterosphere and homosphere. Hetero means non-uniform. Okay, and homo means uniform or same or similar, and sphere, we have seen the sphere means layer. Okay, so it is said that in the lower part of the atmosphere around 16 to 20 kilometers, the composition, the chemical composition of the gases is uniform, so we call it homosphere, uniform sphere. Okay, and when we move further in height, it is seen that the chemical composition of air changes abruptly and is known as the heterosphere. Okay, the fact boy is here again telling something about Karman line. Okay, actually the Karman line is an imaginary line which separates the atmosphere from the different from the space. Okay, suppose this is the Earth. Okay, this is my Earth, and atmosphere. This is my atmosphere. Okay, this is my atmosphere. This is my atmosphere, and the rest part is the space, the void. Space, we know it is a void space, a void place. There is no atmosphere, there is no light can, no sound can pass through that space. It is a complete vacuum. Okay, and the line, the imaginary line which separates the atmosphere from the space, is known as the Karman line. Okay, actually no there is no specific line. Okay, the atmosphere just fades up as we go higher and higher. It's There is no abrupt finish of the or boundary of the atmosphere. Okay, there is no boundary of atmosphere, so we can say that the density just goes on decreasing as we go move up, and suddenly it disappears. Okay, and one more fact is that the height of the atmosphere is around height of atmosphere is around 1600 kilometer. Okay, up to 1600 kilometer from the earth's surface, we can say that is the atmosphere. And the main 99%, okay, 99% of its weight, okay, 99% of the weight of atmosphere is in the lower atmosphere. Means all the major component of the atmosphere is present in the lower atmosphere only. We have seen the last video that all the physical process takes place in the lower atmosphere only. Okay, this is the reason why all the physical process takes place, because the major part of the atmosphere is situated or located at the lower atmosphere, and this lower atmosphere we can say it is up to 40 kilometer. Okay, 40 up to 40 kilometer, we can say the 99% of the atmospheric weight is situated or located or centered at the 40 at the atmosphere, lower atmosphere. Okay, next we will see the composition of atmosphere. Here we will see that the major portion of the atmosphere is nitrogen, then it is oxygen, and then comes argon, and then carbon dioxide. Okay, if we take pure air, okay, a jar of pure air, I am taking a jar of pure air, and check out its chemical composition, we will see that around 79% it is nitrogen. Okay, around 21% it is oxygen, and around 0.9% is argon, and 0.03% is CO2. These four are the main gases and the main composition of the atmosphere. Now, we can say now. Can anyone explain me that why oxygen is less than nitrogen? If oxygen would be more, then we could breathe more air. Okay, more fresh air would be there, and then there will no danger to human beings of lack of oxygen in the air. The actual reason is that oxygen is a combustible gas or helps in combustion. Okay, we all know that if oxygen is without oxygen, combustion cannot take place. Okay, so if when and nitrogen is a non-combustible or non-flammable gas. Okay, so if oxygen is present in more amount, then everything will start to will be set on fire. Every tree, every human being, and everything will be set on fire, and no one or no living being would be able to survive. So, to so that not let it happen, okay, to not let it happen, the god has put nitrogen in larger amount, which is a non-combustible gas which does not allow combustion in more amount than oxygen, and the rest part is contains the neon, helium, ozone, hydrogen, methane. Okay, ozone is very important part of the atmosphere because it blocks the UV rays. Okay, UV rays is reason for many harmful diseases like skin cancer in human beings and cataract in human beings. Okay, there are many reasons for many diseases caused by UV rays, and this ozone blocks this UV rays. Except this, the lower atmosphere also contains impurities like dust particles, salt crystals, and bacteria, pollen, etc. Bacteria, pollen, etc. Okay, and the lower part of atmosphere also contains water vapor. Okay, H2O in form of vapors, and this is around 0 to 0 to 4% of the volume of air or atmosphere. Now, what are the uses of atmosphere? Look, atmosphere is very essential for human beings. Without atmosphere, we cannot survive. Anyone can guess why moon is not habitable? The one of the main reason is that it does not have atmosphere. Okay, so what does atmosphere has? Atmosphere has oxygen, which is very necessary for human beings to breathe and respiration. Okay, then it has got carbon dioxide, which helps plants to make to do photosynthesis and make food, which directly or indirectly is consumed by the human beings and let us or the rest of the animals and let us survive. Okay, then it has nitrogen, which is essential for plant growth and also essential to keep the living beings, or it will be set on fire. Then it acts as a medium for the transportation of pollen, like wind. We know wind carries pollen grains, so it helps in pollination. Then it protects cross plants on Earth from harmful UV rays through ozone. Okay, ozone. Better to write O3. Okay. Then maintains warmth to the plant life and provides rain to field crops as it is a source of water vapor, cloud, etc. Okay, warmth of the plant life. We all know that it blocks the longer wavelength that is radiated by the earth at night and helps to keep the earth warm, or it would have been a colder place, and the temperature might be around 1 to 4 degrees centigrade at night. Okay, so without atmosphere, it would be very difficult to survive this freezing temperature. So atmosphere helps to keep the earth warm, and it is also a source of water vapor. It contains, I told, it contains 0 to 4% of water vapor in the lower atmosphere, so it provides rain. Okay, so it is very important for human beings, and without atmosphere we cannot live on. So thank you. The link for this PPT would be put in the description, and if there is any doubt, please comment, and don't forget to like, subscribe and share if you think it is useful for you, and share for others so that everyone would know about this video and help them. Okay, thank you.